Hey everyone, Noah Stubbs here with Zach Evans. We're going to do a special Canvas podcast today. It's a video podcast. And why is it a video podcast?
Because we took a very exclusive tour of the hotel construction in downtown Evansville. We're the first media to do this, Noah.
And we're the newspaper. But we brought a camera with us and shot the entire thing, and that's what we're going to show you today. It's going to be lightly edited. We're going to cut out some of the boring stuff by fast-forwarding through us walking and talking about certain things that really aren't related. But it's still cool, and we wanted to show you. So here we go.
Yeah, so the hotel groundbreaking was a year ago this month, so we're just going to take a tour and make sure everything's on pace and see how everybody's doing, see what it looks like on the inside, because there are public dollars at play here.
And as we're walking in, Sarah Schuler,
VPS Architecture,
is going to explain the entrance.
Okay, so just to kind of give you a quick overview here, you just came in through the main entry, and that's the canopy out there where the guests will come in. And this is going to be right over here on the other side of the wall is the check-in. This will be a bar. And then right behind us are two of the guest elevators. And then looking down this way, you're going to have a restaurant area. And at the very end, along 6th Street, you're going to have a space for potential retail, some other outside vendor.
So this is where I would get my DoubleTree chocolate chip walnut cookie.
Right around here. Let's just go ahead.
So now she's going to show us where Zach can get his DoubleTree cookies.
I actually can't even eat them because I'm allergic to walnuts. So.
Oh, no. Oh, you can't?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, the cookies are at the front desk, and that's what she's showing us right now. We'll eventually pan over to the this huge, what will be a huge staircase. It seems pretty spacious on the first floor in the lobby.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a typical hotel grab. Nice open area for the check-in and the hangout spots. But
sure. But
it's gonna have nice big open windows, so you have a good view of Walnut and Martin Luther King.
Are you allergic to the street, or is it just
as far as I know, it's just the nut.
Okay.
But the street being closed does suck.
Yeah.
This is the main ballroom. This can either be one large space or subdivided up to 4 individual spaces. And you can see how they're subdivided. You'll see beams up here with tracks on them. They'll have partitions that pull out that can either divide it into up to 3 this direction with those 2 there, and then you have another one here that can further divide this.
We're really fast walkers, apparently.
We are.
Look at this.
And we're also very fast waiters. Alex, our photographer, was getting some shots in the other room. We had to wait on him for a minute. But now we're heading to the fitness area, which is pretty common for most hotels of this quality.
I feel like it is a very normal attraction. So that would be the workout room. And then we're all looking out here at what will be the outdoor pool.
And behind the pool is the parking garage. Now, what's kind of special or what's interesting to point out about this garage, Zach?
Well, this garage is, for one thing, this garage came up really quickly, I think. I'm not in construction or anything like that, but this started, I believe, early summer, late spring, and now it's almost already to completion. I think the project manager said it's going to be done within the month, maybe. It's a 541 space parking garage that's going to be split between the hotel and the medical campus. I think even with Deaconess Clinic downtown.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, it's also important to note, looking at the one last look at where the pool is going to be. There is going to be a security fence in between the pool and the parking garage. They thought about that. I guess it was whenever they thought that John Webb, Courier Press columnist John Webb, could go to the pool during his lunch break.
Yeah, that's a rumor. We haven't confirmed it yet, but that's widely believed to be the fact. So it's our first glance at a hotel room.
And of course it's not complete, but you get an idea of the space, and eventually Sarah will direct us to show us that there are markings on the floor where all the TV stands and chairs and bed and everything, all the furniture will be, and you kind of get a sense of how this room will fill up.
You know what would be neat if they actually just had a room just like this with ladders and nail guns and compressors, you know.
The day napper rate?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, there's Sarah pointing out where all that stuff will go, like the bed and the TV stand and nightstand and all that common amenities.
Sure. And for the regular rooms, we'll go into a suite here in a minute, but for the regular, this seems like, you know, if I were to get a room at Casino Astar or Baymont Inn and Suites, or, you know, just anything. Of course, you have it's DoubleTree. It's different from those things, but it's a pretty standard room. It seems like.
I stayed in a DoubleTree in Nashville. It was really nice.
Yeah, I've stayed in one or two. Now this is on the other side. It should be noted that the room we just saw, I believe, was a king bedroom.
Yeah, and it had a walkway right into the pool. You could just open the doors and
go
into the pool, I think.
This side is what is it, 2 queens, right? Mm-hmm. And as you can see, it's the same room, but it's not as finished, but you do get a view of the medical campus. We're on the first floor right now. I guess it should be noted that.
Yeah, right. And we're here actually talking about road closings, because 6th Street right there along the medical campus is closed, as well as Walnut. I'm just confirming that, you know, the streets aren't permanently closed.
Yeah.
They're not going to be, but it's going to take a while for them to open up again.
Sure, yeah.
So this is a live construction site, wasn't it, Noah? There's just stuff going on all around us.
All around us, yeah. And this is on the 2nd floor. This is our first suite that we saw. This will be facing, I guess we're on the same side that we were on the last room. Mm-hmm. We'll be facing the medical campus. Really not much to note about this suite. It doesn't look very complete. One thing that they noted, the difference between a regular room and a suite is the size.
Yeah, size, and I think just some extra furniture.
But honestly, and again, it wasn't complete. It didn't look, at least for this suite, the size of the room didn't seem enormously different.
This might be a smaller suite. Yeah, this could be like, this isn't the Benjamin Bossi suite. This is like the... I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, so never mind.
But as you can see, it is a little bit different. It's on the corner. It's going to have a view, but you just can't see it yet. We'll go into a couple more rooms here.
Here's a nice little pier out to the medical campus.
Yeah, our videographer and new Courier Press employee, Macabe Brown, shot all of this video, so we appreciate him doing that for us and helping us get a glimpse into what this hotel will look like.
Yeah, we kind of thought that this would be a good idea to just have a largely unedited tour of the hotel, right? So everybody gets a full immersive look at what's actually going on.
Sure.
This isn't a 30-second package. This is, you know, a way for everybody to really see what's happening on the inside.
Yeah, and it also gave me an opportunity to use the fast forward function on my video editor to see how we all sounded like chipmunks.
Which is always hilarious.
All right, now this is my favorite suite.
Yeah, this is the presidential.
This is overlooking what is it? Walnut, Martin Luther King. So you get a little bit of the Ford Center, you get a little bit of the center, and then also the library. I think you can kind of catch a glimpse of the library, right?
Yeah, you get the nice grand entrance to the library.
And the selling point for this suite is just that is all going to be windows. Just that's the wall.
That corner spot. Yeah, there's no drywall going up there. You're going to be able to see all the good activity happening around downtown when this is open.
And also, you noted earlier, right next to the skywalk.
Yeah, the skywalks. Yes, exactly. As you could, there's one right there.
Yeah.
And there's the other one jutting out.
Okay.
So those are the skywalks that'll connect the hotel, to the Ford Center and the convention center. So you can just walk between all the buildings. Unfortunately, there wasn't enough money for them to have a skywalk to the Courier and Press building down the street. So, but maybe next time.
2035. Yeah. But we'll be teleporting by then. That's.
Or we'll just be controlled by androids. Well, this took a turn. But now we're at another suite, I believe, aren't we?
Yeah.
Oh, this is nice.
Yeah.
Now,
this is kind of the sleeper.
You like this one, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, I like it because you look at Central Library from this perspective on the ground level. It's nice, but you're not really seeing it the way that you do here. It's beautiful.
That was just you staring out at it, actually.
Yeah.
It was a good shot.
Yeah.
I do not pay attention to this side of Central Library ever, especially since Martin Luther King's closed, I guess. But actually seeing it from that height, those big old trees, is really cool.
It was really neat. And I think the sun was it was clear sky outside. And you start to get a sense, with these suites at least, you really start to get a sense of, this is being designed to provide picturesque views of Evansville and what Evansville is and what it has to offer.
Yeah, and spinning off that, the interior design plans will incorporate a lot of Evansville inspired art and photography in all the rooms and in the lobbies and the walkways, I believe.
Sure.
Keeping with that Evansville theme. And so this is, we're walking down a pretty long corridor here, aren't we?
Yeah. This is actually the point in the video where I come up with the idea of how we're going to do this video, and I explain it to you.
It was good.
So this is, I think this is probably similar to the suite that we saw on the second floor. We're on the third floor now, but this is probably similar to that first suite that we did see. As you can see, the room is coming together. You can see outside. That's the medical school.
Mm-hmm.
Timetable on the medical school, by the way.
Yeah, so you want to talk about year anniversary for groundbreakings. The groundbreaking for the medical campus was last October.
Sure.
And as you can see, it's a giant empty field that does have some construction equipment on it now. And they have demolished some buildings to make way for features of the campus. However, there hasn't been, doesn't appear to have been substantial work on that site yet. So I do not have an update on that right now.
Okay.
But as you can see, it is not a lot has happened.
Well, okay. Well, that's cool. But bringing it back to the hotel, to kind of close things out, you wrote your story about this. We did the tour. What is the takeaway from your experiences?
Well, I mean, this isn't very sexy, but it's good to note that the hotel is on track to be completed by December 19th, and we'll have people staying as early as the first of the new year, which is good considering we had a very wet spring and a very, very wet summer. As we all know, July was raining constantly, and they were working on the exterior of the structure at that time and laying the framework for everything in spring. So the fact that they're on pace for completion is positive news, especially since, again, this has a substantial city investment involved in it. But it's also good to note that last winter helped out by being very mild, and it helped by the fact that they've had more than 2 years to prep the site.
Yeah.
Because, no, this was the 1 year anniversary of the first groundbreaking, but as you and I know, this was not the first groundbreaking for the hotel at that site.
Yeah. Well, and let's kind of get into that a little bit. The hotel wasn't the hotel originally. It was 10 stories.
Yeah.
It did have apartments attached to it. And it was at a rooftop bar? Is that what it?
There was a rooftop restaurant bar, yeah.
Okay. What do you think, moving forward, what do you think Gail Reekin thinks of whenever she sees this?
Well, yeah, for context, before I answer the question, Gail Reekin, a mayoral candidate last year, called this hotel, said it would be a blight on the city of Evansville, a blight on downtown Evansville, and likened it to a motel, the MH difference there being that it is lower class. I do wonder what Gail Reekin will think. I think after seeing the interior designs, we should. I think definitely the interior designs, and after walking through it, I think this will be a very competitive, very attractive component of downtown Evansville. But there were naysayers throughout the entire process from 3 years ago, probably actually from the Weinzapple administration 6 years ago, when they tore down the Executive Inn to make way for the Ford Center. I think it will be a very competitive, attractive component of the city.
Yeah, I kind of had that skepticism as well, walking through it, reading what our readers comment about whenever we do throw up a hotel stories, and just knowing and talking to certain people throughout the city. I kind of, had this idea of, the average person visiting the hotel versus a major player that might be coming to a convention, potentially bringing their business here. And, for the average person staying in one of the rooms, that's great. Will they probably stay in a suite? No. But I don't think that's the point. I think the point is, if there is if we are kind of wanting to bring convention goers in town, if there is somebody that owns a business and is going to one of these conventions and does want to spend money on a suite, we want to give them a portrait, a literal portrait of what Evansville is going to look like. And I think that the people that designed this hotel executed that, or so far they've been. It looks like they're going to execute that plan perfectly. But thanks for watching. This is pretty much the end. We're outside now. They show us the exterior of the building. You can take a look at it, but I would imagine that if you're interested in looking at it, go downtown and look at it yourself from the outside. It really does it's really coming together. It does look nice.
Yeah, there's windows in place now. That you're going to see a lot more workers on the inside. Well, you won't see them, I suppose, because they'll be inside, I guess. So don't think that they're done. They're just working on the inside. But I think we're going to see a lot more work the next 3 months.
And be sure to check us out. We're going to try to drop more podcasts a little bit more frequently. We kind of went through a transition. We're constantly going through transition periods here at the Courier. Getting a new website. I got a new shift, a new schedule.
I moved.
Yeah.
You moved.
Yeah, that's true. But hopefully we can kind of give you more Canvas episodes.